Classic Truck Rescue. Jamie's imitating McFly. We just took him for a spin around the building and the property. You'd be alright. She's been imitating the sound that McFly makes ever since we left the pasture. Anyway, just doing a quick update. We've got a lot done on the building. Thank God for Lou. He's been just so much help and showed me how to do so much. And we've gotten a lot done. We have one of the 3 sections that we have to build the roof in completed. The 3 sections that have to be raised. So I'm not gonna keep filming stuff that I've already shown how to do, or that Lou's already shown how to do, because basically we're just repeating that process twice. Probably going to take me a couple of weeks to get those other 2 sections done. Anyway, I got a it's a mystery package.
Biscuits.
We always film when we get a mystery package that we aren't expecting. This is from Greg Coleman in what was that?
It looks like biscuits.
Oh, Pillsbury Doughboy.
I wasn't referring that you were a doughboy. I was just doing the commercial.
Also, a lot of comments about where's Jamie. Jamie works. Jamie's got a full-time job, but you do love your job, don't you?
I do love it.
She loves her job. She works for the city of Malala and Public Works. Gets to drive dump trucks and stuff like that. Street sweepers and all kinds of equipment. And that's what she wanted to do. So, but she will be in the videos on weekends and stuff like that, right?
Whether I want to or not.
You love our YouTube viewers.
I do. That's biscuits. We're having biscuits and gravy.
If it is, then we will.
Dinner.
If it is biscuits, we will have.
Gnats.
No,
Hopefully it's not explosive.
I forgot to bring a knife out.
Use this.
I think you got it down, honey. Anyway, also it's winter, so it's really cold out here. What?
I'm addicted to sounds. Pops and sounds.
Jamie mimics all our friends' laughs when she hears them laugh. And she can hear them from a distance. And
Like
they'll know.
Never mind.
That's Greg. It has a note. Like a note.
Not a
Looks like a
connote.
receipt.
There's no K in front of connote.
Oh, this isn't a mystery gift. This is something I bought.
Oh. And what is it? An emblem?
Oh, no, it's actually cool, and I bought it because I think, have I done a video showing people how I rebuild the heater controls, deluxe heater controls for 55 to 59 Chevy and GMC trucks?
Long time ago.
I don't know if I've done a full video.
Are those the white knobs?
No, these are the levers, and oh, very nice. Anyway,
Don't you have a bazillions of those?
the ones that I've gotten up to this date have always been just flat stamped steel cut out. These are molded. Look at them. They're molded. And the ones that I've been getting come with little washers and adapters. These have the correct spacing built into them.
Can you get more?
And yes, I'm just testing a pair. I wanted to see if it was really real, because I saw these and I was like, those are exact reproductions. And they are. So I'm going to do a video, and the GMC ones are specific. A lot of people think GMC and Chevy, same thing. No, not. The dash is shaped different. The heater controls are shaped different. The levers are different. But that's another video that I can make while you guys are waiting for me to get caught up on the building. Like,
is that something right there that your friend can make? You know what I'm talking
no,
about.
this is cast, honey. This guy cast these. He's got a mold and he casts them. Awesome. Well, it's not a mystery gift, but it's cool. And I'm looking forward to restoring a set of because you can get new knobs and new levers, and I'll show you how to rebuild them. You replace the light bulbs and fix the wiring and all that. Nice touch for any classic 1955 to 59 Chevy and GMC trucks. I'll actually restore a set, and then I'll put them on eBay for sale, because I do pretty good with those, right? Cool. that'll be an upcoming video. And we're not going to stop working on the building. It's just that it takes a lot of time to set the camera up and stop working and explain what you're doing. And since I've already explained how to build a third of what we're going to be doing for the next couple of weeks, I'm just going to go out there and do it. And I'll come back when we're ready to race the roof. All right? Anyway, Classic Truck Rescue, peace out. So we just started putting the purlins in, 14 footers on this side, and then these are the rafter tails. They go around the post and come up to the first purlin, and all this gets nailed together. Then we got a 12 footer right here going to this rafter tail, and all that gets put together. But I'm not putting the next one in, because this section with these two bays will get lifted in one lift, and then the next 3 trusses will get lifted together, and finally the final 3 trusses will get lifted. So I'll have 2 open bays that I'll have to get up in the air and put the purlins on. You see that, Lou? So we need 6 jacks so we can lift 2 sections at a time, 3 trusses at a time. That'll leave 2 openings where I have to get up and put the purlins in. So we won't put any more purlins in this space, and we'll start doing it again in the next one. Well, the way we're supposed to do it is we're supposed to do 2 ends, these 3 trusses, and then those 3 trusses, and then the 3 in the middle, and it leaves 2 open spaces where I have to get up in the air. This would be an open space, and that one over there. Lou's getting ready to show us how to assemble the rafter tails, and then I'll go over there and show you how we install them. We've already installed 3, right?
Yep.
Anyway, what were you saying, Lou? About my mother? Oh, you don't want to? You want me to turn the camera off before you tell me that story? Okay. Lou's going to show us how to make rafter tails. They got to be assembled before we put them up. You want me to grab the nail gun?
Please. Okay, the first thing we want to do is we want to take these and align this face up. That's the critical part.
Yep.
Okay. Then we're going to come back and we're going to measure 6 inches from here, 6 inches back. You're up too far. It's got to be right there. There you go. 6 inches. Okay. I'm going to mark that. Okay, now here's the important thing when you do this. These have to line up. So what I do is I take them like this. Okay, take the pencil mark. That's the inside, okay? Then what we're going to do, set these up again. Now that we have the marks, we're going to take
2 spacers in there?
one of those spacers there, yeah.
I used 2, Lou, to keep them straight. You know what I mean? I just set one in the back.
Oh, well, you shouldn't have to. You got the mark right there. See?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you see what I'm saying? If I set one back a little farther, it kept it square.
Oh, I don't worry about that, because if this lines up on that side, then we move this where it needs to be and line that up, and then you got it. Okay, so you want to go ahead and shoot that, and I'll hold it.
Okay. People get nervous when you're holding stuff, and I operate the nail gun, though, Lou. You should have seen all the comments that I got about how I was going to injure you. But not nice comments about I'm going to shoot my dad with the nail gun.
You wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that.
I know you
you know
wouldn't.
that, and I know that.
So why don't we don't even talk about that? Okay? I trust you. If I didn't trust you, I'd be a mile away from here.
You trust me?
Yes, I trust you.
All right. I'm putting my hand there to protect Lou's hands. Go ahead and comment on that.
You're doing good. Okay, now, got the same thing over here. There you go. Okay. Now Rick's going to take this over and we're going to show you how he's going to install it.
Well, no, I'm not, Lou. Because we've already got 3 installed over there.
Oh, we do?
We don't have another truss that's completed with the Purlin blocks, but I can go over there and show them how we installed them.
Show them how it was done.
All right.
Okay. Awesome.
So that's a rafter tail right there, and once that's built, then you bring it over here to a post, and it sits on top of the top cord of the trusses, and you just set it right here and slide it up until it butts up against the sides of the Purlin block. This is the Purlin block, and we went ahead and put the first 2 Purlins up so that we could square it up to that, and then secured the Purlins to the Purlin block, secured the Purlins to the rafter tails, and then I went sideways too, so they're really secured on there well. You see how that works. And then down at this end, Lou's been cutting bird blocks. So you go, this one's cut at an angle to match the angle of the trusses. The ends of the Purlins are 24 inches on center. These Purlins on this end, there's no Purlin blocks on this end, so we use these hanger brackets right here, and they get secured with nails that you got to pound in by hand. And you see, you put one on each. Lou, what are those brackets called? These?
Those are hurricane brackets.
Hurricane brackets. These are the hurricane brackets. They get nailed in by hand, and they get installed just like that. I have watched a lot of videos on building pole barns, and I've noticed there's different styles and types of the hurricane brackets. But then what we do is we just toe in these bird blocks. This one isn't towed in yet, but just to secure them in between. Those will be secured even better when the metal and the wood gets placed on top of the building and secured on there. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one secured, and then we're going to start laying some Purlins up here. Our goal today, I believe, is to get this entire first bay covered with Purlins on both sides, as well as this one. And what I'm doing is I'm completing the roof as much as I can in 2 bays at a time. So that'll be 3 trusses, or actually that's 5 trusses, but 3 posts and trusses and 2 bays at a time. So I'll put all that together, or we will, Lou and I will, and then we'll skip this spot and leave this open, because we're going to raise that as one section with 6 jacks. A lot of people have been asking about that. So then I'll come over here. I got to finish building these trusses, because these are just trusses sitting on the heels over here, and they need all of these Purlin blocks, these guys right here in between them. They need the web bracing, which is those guys. Each one of them gets 2 of those, and then you put 2x6. You start out with 10 foot and then go 12, 12, 12, and at the other end on the bottom you go 10, 12, 12, 12, and you reinforce these, and it gets nailed every 6 inches, and that makes a composite beam, which gives these a lot of strength. But I still have to do that on these ones going down. So we're gonna get all the purlins on that one right there, that set of 2 bays, skip this bay, and then these 2 bays and 3 sets of trusses will get all built and get the purlins on them. Then I will skip the next one right here and build these 2 bays. So we'll have 1, 2, 3 sections with 2 open sections in between. We'll raise the 3 sections up, and once they're up, then I'll get up there and put the purlins in between on the 2 bays that don't have purlins to connect all 3 bays, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, it will when we get there. But there's a lot of work to be done building these trusses and getting all the purlins on before we get there. Also on this one, the bird, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but the bird block at the end, Lou cut it at an angle so that it matched the angle of the trusses, because our girts have to come across here. And now Lou's getting ready to go on something that frankly scared me to death when I saw it in the plans. I saw that corner, Lou, that you're getting ready to build right here, and I was like, I don't know what any of that stuff is. And that's when I kind of threw in the towel. But Lou's going to show us how to build all this in what everything's called. What is our gable end? On
this is the gable end.
Yeah, but that corner you're getting ready to build, that's for the overhang. What's that called, all that?
The overhang.
Okay. But he's going to make it where it hangs without hanging, if you know what I mean. So we'll watch when Lou does that. In the meantime, I can be bringing purlins over here and getting them on there. And actually, I'm going to wait on going to work on the other trusses, because that's something I can do when Lou's not here. He's already showed me how to do everything on the trusses, and we've got 2 that are completely built. So I can just take what I've learned on these 2 and work on those when he's not here. But when he's here, I want to pay attention to the stuff that he's showing me like this, because then I'm learning something new, and I can only do that while he's here.
Okay, I have a comment I'd like to make. Why don't you come on over here for a minute?
All right.
Okay.
Oh, you want to look down your line?
When you're installing purlins, roof joists, or anything at an angle like we're doing here,
Yeah.
it's important that if there's a bow in it, the bow faces up and not down. Otherwise, you're going to create more of a sag than you need. You're going to have problems.
Lou explained that yesterday. We went to put this board up, and it had a bow going this, or the bow was going this way, and he said, hey Rick, flip that over so that the bow is uphill. And he said, and then gravity will be working with you, and it'll want to go the other way, right?
And it did.
And it did. Yeah, it straightened out a lot.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you can see this one. This one was we put up second, has a little bit of an upward bow, but it's better to have it going up than down. And plus, we've noticed that that straightens out a little bit after you leave it up there.
That'll straighten out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
Let you note that.
All right. Thank you, Lou. I'm gonna go.
Did you show about the hold downs?
The hurricane brackets.
Installed?
Yep.
Okay.
You got to hand pound them with 10 penny nails.
No, with Tico fasteners.
Tico fasteners.
Tico fasteners.
See, now I got to go back and edit, because I just told everyone those were 10 penny nails. But they're Tico fasteners.
Tico fasteners are for all the metal hangers.
All right.
Okay, it's a short nail about 1.25 inches long.
These are them right here, but I will have to say in my defense, Lou, that it does have a 10 right on the head of it.
Well, that's the size.
Oh, okay. So they're 10 penny Tico fasteners?
No, they're size 10.
Oh,
they come in different lengths and thicknesses depending on what, if you're using big clamps, okay, big fasteners, hangers, you don't use those thin ones.
Okay, so
you'll probably use a number 8 or number 6, which is thicker. And the nail is thicker around, okay, and it's also a little bit longer.
Yeah.
That one's there is about 1.25 inches.
But these probably vary depending on what kind of building you're putting up, right, Lou?
Depends on the engineers, what the engineers call for.
Okay, so this is a number 10 Tico fastener.
Tico fastener.
And those get hand nailed in to these hurricane brackets. But like I said, it's probably going to be different on whatever size building that you're building. This is a 48 by 96 pole barn, and I'll be back. I'm gonna go get Lou. I'm gonna go get you some lumber for Purlins, and then I'm gonna put them where the Purlins go.
Yeah, start on this one on the gable end.
Yeah.
You gotta go all the way up. Get up as many as you can.
I'll go all the way up and all the way down the other side, Lou.
Well, it's going to depend on whether they fall in line. You may have one or two that falls in line with the post, which we can't install.
Oh, I got what you're saying.
When you're up in the air.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. I'll be back.
What I've done here is I put a block in, okay,
Yeah.
that we can temporarily screw together. Just put a screw in, okay, on both sides.
Just to keep the nails from getting weakened and the thing flopping around.
Blowing that
Yeah.
on the outside, okay?
Yeah.
And when we're ready to install these, we'll just remove these.
Yeah.
I don't want to shoot them because then it's just too difficult to do.
That makes sense to me, Lou. You want this? And some screws?
Yeah.
Okay. So Lou just had me take a break from putting the purlins up to show me how this overhang on the corner works. And these are just temporarily up here so that we can see, but this building's going to have an overhang all the way around it. That way the water's not running down the sides, right, Lou?
That's correct.
And we're just kind of mocking this up. Go ahead.
Although this is not the final,
Yeah,
this is just a temporary fix.
it's a mock-up.
Basically, you're going to be coming from here. We're going to come over 12 inches to here, and then up on the top, do the same thing. We're going to snap a chalk line all the way up, okay? And not take it off individual ones, because if you take a look at this, you get a little bit of wobbly in there.
A little bit of wobbly in there. Little wobbly in there.
But no wobbly here.
But no wobbly here.
There is no wobbly.
So he's saying we're going to go 12 inches out on
From
each
here,
one of these purlins.
Back side of this.
From 12 inches from the back side of the bird block out this way, and then we're going to snap a string line all the way up it and whack them all off with the skill saw, and then this fascia board
Move over.
moves over there,
Final position.
and then it'll be hanging out as far here as it is over here, right?
Right. And then the
Awesome.
only thing that's missing that'll be put in later on is there'll be a girt that comes across here, and,
Yep.
and there'll be joist hangers on each one of these tails.
Yep.
Okay, on each side that the girt will sit on, and that'll be the final girt on the top.
Awesome. It's starting to look like a building, Lou.
Yeah, this will give you an idea what it's going to look like.
Oh yeah, it makes perfect sense. Now, I was telling Lou this morning, I said, when I got to that page in my building plans, I threw in the towel. It's like, I don't know what's good. That's a busy corner right there.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not looking at anything but a post standing there. Looks good, Lou.
That's going to be nice.
All right, Lou, you want me to get back to putting in purlins and bird blocks?
Yeah. I'm going to get the camera. I'd like you to take a couple of pictures of this so I can take home and show them Mom.
Sure.
Okay.
Would you like me to take those with your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
I got the phone in the
Yep.
car.
We'll be right back.
And that way.
That's how much we've got built, which is quite a bit. I know we got a long ways to go, but that is a lot of cutting and a lot of pieces. This is all of our scrap. This right here, that pile, that is all of the scrap from all of the pieces that we've made. Lou likes to prefab everything. Yeah, and we keep using it.
Anything that I can use out of the scrap pile.
Makes sense to me.
I built a home in 1950 and I was all done. Everything was done, no trusses, everything was hand, rafters, everything, okay? I had less than a wheelbarrow full of scrap from the entire house.
I believe him, because that's all the scrap we got, and we're not done using that. It's looking good, Lou.
I'm really happy.
Good.
We should have been completely done with this. Now that's what we got to work with, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, so this is leftover, right? Well,
No,
it's not leftover, it's what's saved from not wasting, right?
Yes. Yes.
All those 8-foot pieces right there that we've been drying out are like bonus pieces now.
So the first thing I'm going to do in the morning, we're going to take one out, 8-footer.
Yeah.
And I'm going to build.
You want me to set the chop saw up for you?
The other tail for this.
Yeah.
And then we have all our
Rafter Tails. Those
ready
are
to
Rafter
go to
Tail
be
assemblies, aren't they, Lou?
They are Rafter Tail assemblies.
And we used scrap, so all we do to make one of these is we have our boards pre-cut at an angle for the angle down there, and I'll splice in a picture of an installed Rafter Tail. And we just put this one block in here, nail it on both sides, and then we use a piece of scrap down here to temporarily screw in a piece just to keep it from flopping back and forth and losing its integrity where it's nailed. But we have one more of those to make, and then all the Rafter Tails are done. Those are blocks that go in between them.
No, I'm going to explain something here.
All right.
Okay. On the fascia. The fascia.
You want me to run over there and show them what the fascia is real quick, Lou?
No, we're going to show them here, then you can go over.
All right.
Okay.
I think I already did.
Oh, did you? Okay.
But I'll put it in sequence.
All right. So what we have here is on the outside of the building, These go beyond. So they're going to come in like this. One goes here, okay, and the other one goes here.
Like
and
that.
That's how they come together.
And it makes the building look nicer than just having sides that are flat.
And these will be 12 feet long.
Yep.
Center of these is 12 feet. So that'll work out just perfect.
I'll go show him that one, Lou. I'll go show him that one real quick. It's right over here. Lou had me just mock this up. But, so here's one of the rafter tails installed. Right here, and I know I already filmed this, but right there. And this is the fascia board. So it'll be up at the top of the building, sticking out about a foot from the posts. And that's so the rain doesn't just go down the side of the building. It comes out here and gets deposited in the rock that I'm gonna have going around the building. And you have your joints meet in the middle of the rafter tail. He knows what he's doing. This is cool. Looks good, Lou.
Yes, it does. Now I'm happy.
Now you're happy?
We're making progress.
All right.
Noticeable.
Yep.
Yeah,
This is stuff.
I agree with you. We get the second one framed in and raise both sections at the same time.
Yep. So we're getting this section completed, and then the one next to it, just like it is, and there'll be one piece, and we'll put 6 jacks on the top of some posts over here, 3 on this side, 3 on the other side, and raise these 2 sections in one piece. Then we'll have an empty section, we'll raise the next 2 sections, have an empty section, and then raise the last 2 sections. That'll only leave 2 bays that I have to go up on the roof and put my purlin blocks in. I'm getting back to work. I'm getting back to work, Lou. Huh? I'm gonna get back to work.
All right.
So this truss over here on the left, right there, kind of leaned over this way a little bit. So as I nail those purlins in, I'm gonna have to stick a pry bar in there, throw the level on it, make sure it's level that way, and scoot the top of it over a little. Not bad though, it's coming together pretty good. Once I do the other side, lay the purlins on the other side of that section will be ready to raise, and then we'll make another section there and another section there, and we'll have 3 sections ready to raise with 2 bays in the middle that we have to get up and put purlins in. Coming together to go. Really appreciate that guy's help right there. Helped me quite a bit. Thank you, Lord. Pretty excited this morning. Starting to look like a building. So I've got my first 2 sets of purlins in, and I also noticed a little trick I learned is I can take my backhoe, and when one of the trusses isn't completely level, because this stuff does shift around a little bit as you're building it and getting to it and all that, but this truss was out of whack this way, and I was going to get my come along and chain to hook to it, and I thought, heck, let me just put that bucket up against it and push it to where I need it. And so that's what I'm doing, kind of leveling this up as I nail this last row of purlins in. But Lou was out here yesterday and cut me up all of my bird blocking for the other side. That's these blocks that go in between the purlins. And I've already got my purlins laid out on this first bay over here. So I'm going to go ahead and put purlin blocks in, nail all those in, and then I'll bring the tractor over here, get this side of this second bay, the far truss leveled, and put these purlins in, and then that'll be one section that's ready to go up in there, or just about ready to go up in there. Then I'll skip this bay, and I'll do the same thing on these next 3 trusses, and then I have one more section like that to build. So I'm going to get this done, and then probably won't be filming for a while, because as I build the next 2 sections up to where this one is, really not going to have anything new to show you. So I'll have a couple of other videos that I'll put up, and we'll get back to the building series after I've got all 3 of the sections built, and I'm sure there's some final stuff that we're gonna have to go around and do to the outsides of them and everything, but probably be coming back to the series as I'm getting ready to literally raise the roof in 3 sections. But I'll certainly show you what I'm doing here, and then we'll do a walk around on a completed section, and that'll keep everyone busy for a while if you're following along and building one. I'll be back. Peace out. What? You're kind of strange, you know that?